Yo, what's up, Bon QQ or Bonk and MC? Welcome in. All right, let me grab my. Oh wait. Need to grab my Switch so I can see if there's a distortion because we're doing that again. I feel like I keep giving myself less and less room, but it's probably fine. Actually, I'm gonna put the Switch over here. No, I can't. No, I can. That's better. Hopefully I notice it. What's up, Taylor and Thor? Welcome in. Thor, thank you for the shiny luck. You hope I get it this stream? I do too. It'd be awesome. I was thinking, like, it'd be crazy if I got Mew today and then, like, switch over to Dratini and then get Dratini. Because I'm 15,000 in on Dratini. All right. Taylor, thank you for the shiny luck. Jesus, this is like really hard to do. I'm getting better at it though. Like, that was probably a record for how long it took for me to get here. All right. Martin, thank you for the shiny luck. How many do I have for the Kanto decks? 87. I think I'm gonna update everything like pretty soon though. What am I doing? I think I need to interact with my buddy in Pokemon Go, but I'll do that while getting encounters. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna get my counter up. I was like, what am I doing? There we go. I need to get my Mewtwo excited. I've been trying to get the stupid get 10 best buddies on my alt account so I can get this stupid Jirachi. What the heck is that? It's a Flareon. Let me just make sure that it has been 30 minutes. It has. Okay, cool. I don't need to do anything with my Mudkip. Yeah, I think recently I've been talking myself into it. I might like. I think I'm gonna update my Kanto Shiny Living Dex spreadsheet to not include ones I didn't get live or full odds. So like ones that I either found randomly off, like not recording, or ones I didn't get full odds. I think I'm gonna update them to like remove that, and then I think I'm gonna include all the generations, and then I think I'm gonna like completely overhaul it so it has like sprites and stuff too. Okay, I got Mewtwo excited, so there we go. You just bought XD on eBay, so now I have every main series game. Technically speaking, XD is a spin-off, but it is weird because it like connects to main series, so it's like also kind of a main series game. I'm missing Coliseum. That's the only one I'm missing. But I can't bring myself to spend that kind of money on Coliseum, because I've already beaten it. I borrowed it from a friend at one point, beat it. And the only thing I would use it for now would be, like, for a shiny Shadow Hunt. And I just can't bring myself to drop, like, $150+ for one shiny hunt that I may or may not even get to. You know? So that's why I haven't bought it yet. But that is, like, the last one I would need. If we are counting them as main series. The counter's going up, right? Yeah, it is. Right? Yeah, okay, cool. Dude, it's so funny. So, there's an option in Pokemon Go to download all assets. And that's like, so it reduces like lag and stuff and makes the game run better. I did it on my alt account on my other phone. I swear the game runs worse now. I swear I like actually made the game run worse. You needed to complete your Gen 3 decks, but also to play it for the first time. Oh yeah, because what is exclusive to XD? I mean, you could technically get Lugia and Ho-Oh from like using those like events in Emerald. But like low-key the easier option is XD and Coliseum. What are the other what are there any other Pokemon that like you would maybe need Coliseum and XD for? What's up, average everything enjoyer? Yeah, Niantic moment, true. I also recently got 2 Japanese bonuses, relatively cheap. Yeah, Lugia and Ho. Yeah, you can technically get them from Emerald, but like you have to do a bunch of like glitches and stuff. Or just hack them in. For me, because I'm doing like a Gen 3 living dex as well in my Fire Red. I can't bring myself to spend as much. I would have to buy a Japanese Wii or a Japanese GameCube, I think, and then have to buy the Japanese Coliseum bonus disc just to get a Celebi that can't be shiny. That's not worth it to me, so I'm probably just going to use the Pomeg Berry glitch to get Celebi. Because that's like literally the only... I'm only missing that and Latias. And Latias I'm missing because I have a roaming one in this game, and I'm hunting Mew, so I didn't really want to... Not that it matters, I probably could just get Latias anytime. I just don't want to have to like reset up the team again. I want to have this team ready for Mew. Oh yeah, I always forget about that. Celebi needs a full Coliseum playthrough file. When Jirachi doesn't even... The Jirachi one... You don't need Coliseum at all. It's just its own thing. Man, I really hope I get something soon. Across my 3 hunts I'm doing, I'm over like 40,000 with no shiny. Like something's gotta pop soon. Cause I'm 15k on Dratini. We're over 16,000 on Mew. So that's 31,000. And then I'm over 11,000 on Bidoof. So it's like 42,000. And that's not even including the Sandshrew hunt I've had on an indefinite hold for a while. That's like 5,000 in. Sorry, 6,000 in. So if you want to be really technical, it's like 48,000. But I don't want to count the Sandshrew hunt. I haven't gone to that in a while. Definitely feel like I'm due for a 2-in-1 day. It would be so crazy if I got Mew today and then like hunted Dratini after and got Dratini. Dratini I feel like is like literally could just happen anytime. Like I'm getting 2,000 encounters a day. I did that calculator, that shiny odds calculator. It's a 21% chance per day that I get Dratini, which is pretty high. And And what's also hilarious is that I was playing Pokemon Shuffle yesterday, and there's like this, they do this like safari thing where like there's just these random Pokemon that you get, and the only Pokemon from the current one that I was missing was Ledyba, and I finally got Ledyba, and it gave me a 21% chance to catch it, and I caught it, and I was like, is this a sign that I'll get Dratini today? And then I didn't. I'm like, good thing I could hit the 21% in Shuffle. But not in Heart Gold Soul Silver. The stream has to be the one. I really hope so. It'd be awesome. I wanna, like, if I don't get it today, I kind of want to stream tomorrow, but I don't know. I might get burnt out. Let you borrow your copy of Coliseum. Would you use your OT name and beat it on your memory card and stream you playing it? No. I only want Coliseum for a shiny Shadow Hunt, and I would definitely want that to have my OT. Also, that's not how that works, by the way. If you like shipped me your copy of Coliseum, it would be my own OT because it's based on the memory card. Like, you would have to ship me your memory card too, but like, why would I use your memory card to play it? Because GameCube data is stored on the memory cards, not on the games. Oh, you did say beat it on your memory card. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. I've already played through Coliseum. I borrowed it from a friend. The only reason I would want Coliseum now is to do a shiny Shadow Hunt, and I definitely wouldn't want it to be like Euro T. I also don't do like playthroughs. I don't do playthroughs on Pokemon games because 1, I don't really enjoy them. 2, they don't really get many views, and 3, they're, I don't know, just like, I'll only do a playthrough if it's like a shiny badge quest or Dream Team quest. Every time the Mew on the right loads, I think it's shiny for a split second. Yesterday, at one point, I thought the one on the left was shiny when it was going across the screen. I don't know why. Just like thought it was blue. Keep checking for Distortions too. We are doing Distortions today as well. Everything the same about the right one? Must have slightly different lighting. For me, it's probably like the angle I'm looking at them. Because I have the games face more towards the camera. So like, when I'm like up higher, everything's darker. Obviously, I can see them fine. Like, if I get a shiny Mew, I'm gonna know, but... They're AGS 101. I can't see myself ever modding a Game Boy. I've thought about modding my, my 001 to be, like, one of the special ones that you can, like, change the brightness of 50 times or whatever. But it's not worth it. To, like, buy a kit for those is, like, the same price as just buying a backlit Game Boy. The difference is you have to also install the screen, and also you're not getting an additional Game Boy. So it's just not worth it. Like, it's a cool thing, but if it was, like, 30, 40 bucks for a kit, that'd be awesome. But they're actually, like, the same price as just a full Game Boy SP. What ball are you catching Mew in? I'm gonna do Dive Ball. What's up, boy from Belgium? Welcome in. I'm doing pretty good. Closed mouths don't get fed, so I figured I'd ask. I don't think anyone would, like, willingly play your game on your save file. I don't know why, like, someone would do that. But I would be open to borrowing someone's Coliseum to do a shiny hunt. It would take a while and there'd be no promises. And I wouldn't want someone to send me their Coliseum, be like, I need this back, so get the shiny hunt in. I don't want to feel obligated to do it. You mean the prices of a backlit? So yeah, like, I don't know if the prices are different now, but like, I was considering installing a backlit screen on my frontlit game, and it was like 90 some dollars when it cost like the same price for a backlit GBASP. Like, this one was like $90. So like, why would I spend the same amount, not gain an additional Game Boy, and then also have to install a screen when I could just get a good Game Boy? It's probably different now, but again, like, they're too expensive, so I don't think it'd be ever worth it. It's like the same thing I have about like capture cards on DSs. Like, you could buy like a capture card for a DS, but like, for me, I would want to get it for like at least 4 of them, and that's just so not worth it at all. Like, they're just way too expensive for it to be worth it. Like, I don't even know if I would buy one. You got your Game Boy SP for $45. That's a steal. Frontlit or backlit? I mean, it's a steal for either. I feel like frontlits are usually like 60, 70. Really want to get an OG DS in Emerald? I don't know how much OG DSs are, but I usually just go for the DS Lite. I never owned an OG DS, I don't think. I think my cousin did. I don't think I ever did. Oh, there's a distortion. I guess I didn't see that. You don't know the difference? Does your screens look like this, or does it look like there's like a light shining from the bottom and it's like harder to see? I actually have my my frontlit. This is what a frontlit one looks like. Like, very obvious difference. They're like 50 to 60 now, you're pretty sure? Old school DSs or Game Boys? And if you're talking Game Boys, are we talking frontlit or backlit? Does Emerald work with PokePortal? What is PokePortal? I don't know what PokePortal is. You think frontlit? I mean, it'd be obvious. If there's a light shining from the bottom of your screen and it's also like hard to see and looks like more like a calculator, it's frontlit. The better screen mod? I can't believe that. There's no way. There's no way it would go down in price after all this time. What are the screens called? GBA SP Screen Mod Kit. $74. This one says 50. Oh, IPS. That's what it's called. IPS. Huh. I mean, $50 still. This one says $18.51, but that sounds like a scam. Like, if you're gonna drop $50 to $70 on a screen to then like install in your GBA, just put over like a few extra bucks just to buy a backlit GBA. And then you'd have an additional GBA that you don't have to install the screen for. That's kind of the point I'm making. Alright, I'm going to do a distortion. Most of them, you just drop them in, and then and have the option of soldering. You have to solder? Is the soldering for the button? Because why would you need to... Wouldn't you just need to, like... When I took apart my my Game Boy, I had to... you just plug the ribbon cable in to the board. Like, it's like just you snap it in and then, like, lock it. Which is funny. I actually messed up. I didn't put it in all the way on this one, and the colors were so wacky, but then I, like, took it out and put it back in, and it was fine. Oh, Pokey Transporter? Well, Emerald doesn't directly connect to Pokey Transporter. You can only connect Gen 1, 2 through Virtual Console, and then Gen 5 to Pokey Transporter. But you can send Pokemon from Emerald into Gen 4 and then Gen 5, and then it'll work with Pokey Transporter, assuming the Pokemon you catch are legal. Alright, let's do this Distortion. I always kind of wonder, like, who decided where the distortions show up. Because, like, it's kind of weird that, like, half of this is just, like, the side of a mountain. Oh, no Alpha Sneasel. Yeah, you gotta do the minigame. Yeah, like Emerald, Emerald will connect to Gen 4, assuming they're the same language. Like I can't trade my, I can't send my Emerald Pokemon to Gen 4 from Emerald. I have to trade them to a different save file first because they have to be the same language to be compatible. But yeah, I mean, like, it's Gen 5 and then Gen 1 and 2 Virtual Console that connects to Poke Transporter. Yeah, there's a light at the bottom, yeah. Also, the only PAL Nintendo consoles you're missing for your collection is the SNES and original DS. Nice. I saw a listing on Facebook Marketplace for, like, 3 Game Boy Advances. It was pricey, but it was, like, fairly priced for 3 of them. What are we doing? What the heck? Why did this just... I, like, didn't even touch anything. What happened? I'll only, like, unplug it and plug it back in. Soldering is for the brightness adjustment. Yeah, I was gonna say, because, like, the screen itself, you just... I never use the... Like, because these ones I can turn up in brightness. See? But, I never use them just because it kills the battery and the screens look fine anyway. Did you ever get a second Kalos Hoopa for your living decks? I had 2 in the video that I made, so I didn't need to get a second one. You should play the Battle Factory. It's so annoying. Is that an Emerald? Is that one of the Battle Frontier ones? I've only done the Battle Pyramid and the Battle Tower. You'll have to save up, though, since you're waiting for concert money to come out of your bank. OBS, it's weekend? What does that mean? Is OBS an acronym for something other than Open Broadcasting Software? It's 3 random Pokemon. You have to switch from your opponent's Pokemon to get better IVs the next 7 rounds. Interesting. OBS glitch, right? No, that wasn't an OBS glitch. That's my Elgato. And I don't know. It's just the... I mean, this Elgato is pretty old. Sometimes when you just, like, touch the cord, it just disconnects. Paying for me and 3 other family members, it's going to be $1,000 for the concert. That sucks. Concerts are so expensive nowadays. The first concert I ever went to was $10, and it was like a pretty popular band, and the only reason it was $10 is because it was like this thing they did every year for like a charity. So it was kind of like them volunteering. Elgato entered weekend mode then. I mean, my Elgato does that all the time. I don't think it's the Elgato, I think it's the cord. I think it's just a sensitive cord. Gotten like 50 shiny Glamios. What have you done? The shiny guys deserve this. I'm guessing this is Legends Arceus, right? 50's kind of a lot, though. What band is it? It's got to be like a pretty popular band. Imagine Dragons? I went to an Imagine Dragons concert. We didn't have like crazy seats, but it was still fine, and it was not that much. This was like years ago, though. I forget how much it was, though. I just remember that the first concert I went to was $10 per person. That's like arguably how it should be. Like concert tickets should be like $50 because like with the amount of people that go, they're still making so much money. You heard pandemic made it go crazy high. That's crazy. What's my stopping number for today? I have no idea. Depends on where we're close to once 5 o'clock hits. I also went to another concert a few years ago. It was before the pandemic, though, so it was like 2019, I think. And we got really good seats, and I think it was only like $100 a ticket. Like, there was, like, lawn. Lawn was, like, back. And then there was, like, the auditorium. And we were, like, middle of the auditorium. So we were, like, pretty close. Taylor Swift, if you're correct, is 150 in Paris. I don't think that's true. I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Swift's ticket prices are like $500 a piece. Like, no matter where you're sitting. I hate to be a hater, but Taylor Swift, I don't get it. She's not bad. Like, respect to her as an artist, but, like, the obsession that the entire world has around her just blows my mind. Like, I don't think I could idolize any, like, musical artist that much. Unless I met them and they were, like, really cool, but I wouldn't, like, idolize them. I'd be like, yeah, they're just cool. You think her songs are bad? I think some of them are fine. It's one of those... So, like, here's, like, a level of, like, enjoyment I have for music. There's music I'll hear on the radio that I just straight up, like, do not like. And I'll be like, why is this song popular? There's songs on the radio that I enjoy, but I would never, like, put on my phone because I would easily get insanely sick of it after a short period of time. Then there's songs I hear on the radio that I actually really like and put on my phone. Taylor Swift, her range is, for me, is like, I enjoyed them, but wouldn't put them on my phone to I don't like them. But it's only like a few of the songs I've heard from her that I like don't like. The rest are just like okay. You only like Pokemon music, that's all. Swifty just canceled Dom, I don't care. If you're that obsessed with a musical artist, then I don't need you to be watching me. I couldn't care less. You find her generic? Yeah, she is kind of generic. She's got some songs that are like interesting, but yeah, I mean there was one time where like if you turn on the radio, they'll literally play like 4 Taylor Swift songs in a row, and it's like half the time they just like sound the same. And then there'll be like one decent one that plays, and they'll be like, "Oh, this one sounds a little different, I guess." No, do you know what artist I actually don't like? I don't think any of her music. I don't think I've liked a single song that I've heard by her. And it's funny because my brother is like, he really likes her for some reason. And it's like odd like that he enjoys her music that much, because I just don't see it at all. And that is Meghan Trainor. All of Meghan Trainor's songs sound exactly the same, and they're all not good. And my brother will like be like, "Dude, you gotta hear this Meghan Trainor song, it's crazy." And I'll listen to it and be like, "What are you talking about?" That's always the funniest, when someone's like gassing up a song to you and it's like not even remotely close to being good. Meghan Trainor? You've never heard of Meghan Trainor? She's the All About That Bass song artist. Never, all are never put on phone to me. I think there was only like one, that's because B.O.B.'s on it. And there's like a new song by, it's like Taylor Swift and Post Malone, and it's funny enough called Fortnite, which is hilarious. Because like, I feel like Fortnite has the stigma of like, when like Fortnite's an actual word, but you cannot, like, no one in their right mind can hear the word Fortnite and not think of Fortnite Battle Royale. There's just no way you can actually like unironically think of a 2-week long period over the video game. So like, she has a song called Fortnite, and my mom's like, "Oh, I actually really like this new Taylor Swift song called Fortnite," and I'm like listening to it, I'm like, this is so boring. Yeah, Fortnite ruined that word. I like Fortnite as a game, but yeah, it ruined that word. I didn't know it was a word until after the game came out. It's not a term most people would use, because like no one would ever like use it unless you're like in the medieval times or something. It's also like a very oddly specific time frame. It's 2 weeks. Like no one's gonna say Fortnite. Meghan Trainor is married to that spy kid too. Interesting. I don't keep up with any celebrity anything, so that's for you and Tom Cardy to your parents. I don't know who Tom Cardy is. I know Tom Hardy, the actor. To me, some classical music is even better than some modern music. Do you know what's weird? I have this weird thing about music that I understand is weird, and that is if a song is like so old, is like if it's like a certain age, if there's a certain age of a song, I like will not put it on my phone. And I don't know why. It just like doesn't hit the same when it's like an older song. But I'll like, there's songs from like the 80s or whatever that I think are really good. But like as soon as I put them on my phone, I find myself skipping them all the time. So like I just don't do it. Like just like old like 70s, 80s, like anything like earlier than the 2000s. And even like some 2000s songs, it's like I'll be like, oh, I never put this on my phone. It's a really good song, and then I always just find myself skipping it. So I just like, it's weird. I like can't explain it. Like there's so many like good songs from, especially from the 80s, that I will like love hearing if like someone else plays it or it's like on the radio or something. But as soon as it like shows up on my phone, I'm just like not interested. It's such a weird, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a weird phenomenon with me. Tom Cardy makes funny songs on YouTube. Well, if they're like funny songs, I'm sure a lot of like comedic songs are hard to get behind. You should play the Halo theme. I know the Halo theme is amazing. I just don't play video game music on stream because there's a chance it like mutes my stream. And I also don't have YouTube Premium, so like ads would show up, and that'd just be annoying. Like, here's the thing. Even like the reason why it's annoying is because like I was streaming the Gen 6 living decks, and I typically play the music from those games when I do those living deck streams. But, like, multiple times on YouTube, I was getting hit with, like, claims on the music I was playing. And I don't think they ever got resolved, and it was, like, kind of frustrating. It's just like, why am I getting claimed for the music that's in the games that I'm playing? It's called fair use. So, like, I don't do it for every stream. I only do it for those living deck streams. It'd be nice if I could just like play music, like video game music, but it's such a hassle.
Put a smile on my face.
Ella Halado, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. I find it funny that there are songs you actually like Screamo in, but you hate that genre. Screamo is fine if it's very minimal. Like, I have a couple songs that I think are good, and they'll have, like, a line that's screamed. But if it's the whole song, I just can't. Or if it's, like, most of the song, I can't. Bo Burnham is pretty generally liked. Yeah, Bo Burnham's liked, but do people unironically listen to his music as, like, these are good songs? Or is it just like, oh, this is a funny song? That's kind of what that's what I'm talking about. Like people can enjoy music from art. Like, obviously Weird Al is huge, but like there's a difference between enjoying their music and like unironically listening to them because you think the songs are like really good, you know? You do, and that's fine. I'm just saying, like, most people like wouldn't be like that. What if there was some, like, easier way to get to Mew than this? That'd be crazy. There probably isn't. There probably isn't an easier way to get to Mew, just because, like, Mew starts in the same spot and goes, like, a similar path every time. Goes, like, the same path. And I feel like if there was a faster way than here, then it would have already been discovered by now. Like, if there was a way you could, like, just go, like, up and then, like, go, like, left and up one instead. Like, I don't know. I feel like someone would figure that out by now. Like, under a Ford 4150. Is that a Bo Burnham song? I've probably heard it, but like I wouldn't be able to name any Bo Burnham songs. Or are you talking Weird Al? If it's Weird Al, then I definitely haven't heard it. Are you just referencing like the Mew truck again? I mean, eventually you'll have to find the Mew. Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. Just sucks it's been taking this long. If you want to be really technical, there is a chance I just never get it, but it's so astronomically low that it's pretty much just impossible. Like, here's the thing. I've gone 16,540 without finding a shiny. There is a chance that I do that 20 times over, you know? Like, that is a possibility. There's no guarantees in shiny hunting. However, it's so astronomically low to not get a shiny after that far that it's like, you just can't. It's pretty much impossible. It's one of those things. It's one of those like probabilities that's, if you want to be really technical, possible, but pretty much impossible. Like it's one of those things that it's never gonna happen. But it's technically possible. Imagine if it's somehow shiny locked. If it was somehow shiny locked, I'd probably like no. Probably wouldn't see as many people find it shiny. Like everyone else that finds it shiny. I don't know how they do it, man. I like knew going into this hunt this was going to take a while. I didn't think it was going to go 16k, but I thought it was going to at least go like 13k. As long as you're sure the frames are progressing. Well, if the frames weren't progressing, then I wouldn't be able to control the game because the game would just be frozen. I'm also using the painting method, so I'm getting random frames every time. I pretty much have working RNG for this hunt. But I didn't start that until, like, after 13k or something, or after 12k, so... But it shouldn't matter. I was doing battle videos and whatnot. I'm very inconsistent. It's so unlikely to hit the same 1/60th of a second regardless. You meant like the starter on a dead battery? Well, those frames still advance and I'm not resetting. And it's also the same as Emerald's RNG. If you have a dead battery in Ruby Sapphire, it just gives you the same RNG as Emerald. But I don't intend to ever do reset hunts in Emerald, so I'd never have to worry about that. I'm like, even with battle video and with painting, I don't intend to do resets in Emerald for anything. The only one I could maybe be convinced for would be like a Johto starter. But even then, I don't know, man. I've also never even gotten the Johto starter in Emerald. I totally could. Because I have like every Pokemon in Gen 3. I would just have to trade them all to Emerald. Yeah, there's no way there's no way I'm not gonna get the shiny. It's just when. I'll probably have to put the shiny on hold, like this hunt on hold, which is gonna really suck. But I will get it eventually. I'm kind of sick of this like trash luck. I keep getting like every time like this is 2 years in a row Safari Week where I've had to like put hunts on hold just because of my garbage luck. Last year, it was a 28,000 seal that I had to put on hold because of Safari Week. This year, it's Mew, and Dratini, I'm probably still going to hunt during my Safari Week if I don't have it. But Mew, I'm going to have to put on hold. If you actually were to go that many encounters without a shiny, what number would you just give up on the hunt and move on? I would never give up. If you're sinking that much time into a shiny hunt, if you give up, that's just all that time wasted. So I wouldn't bring myself. I'd probably take breaks, but I wouldn't give up on it. It's gonna have to come eventually. Why would I need to put it on hold if I'm gonna get it today? I mean, I like your optimism. It'd be really cool if I got it today. I think I looked it up. It was like every 700 encounters or something was like an 8% chance to get it or something like that. What was the actual odds? I've been using the shiny odds calculator so often now ever since you guys told me about it. And then let's say we get like 700 today. So yeah, 8.919% chance. So it's like every time we do this, we have like almost a 10% chance to get it. It's not like great, but it's not bad. Still have a week, right? No, so I'm starting my Safari Week Monday because I'm gonna miss the last third of Safari Week. So this is my last weekday to hunt Mew. If I decide I wanna stream on the weekend, I might hunt it tomorrow and Sunday, but if not, this might be the last day I hunt it. So Safari Week goes the 21st through the 30th. I am gonna be out of state for the 27th through the 30th. So I'm missing like 4 days of Safari Week, so I'm starting like 4 days early. That's kind of the idea behind it. I really hope I get at least Dratini before Monday. I fully intend to do 2,000 a day, so if I don't get Dratini by Monday, that means I will be, I think 21,000 in for Dratini. Which system is the Dratini? It's DS is the system. It's Heart Gold Soul Silver. Doing 2 times hunting in the game corner, buy 5 at a time on each game, so I get 10 every reset. So it goes up pretty quickly, but it's not like one of those things where if I just like grind really hard, I could get like odds in a day. It's still like time consuming. What do y'all think is the best shiny starter? I think it's between Trico, like the Trico line, and like the Rowlet line if you don't include Hisui and Decidueye. But if we talk like individual Pokemon, I still like all of the fully evolved Gen 1 starters. They all got pretty good shinies. For Alligator's okay. Yeah, all of the Trico line's amazing. I actually really like the Chimchar line. I think Infernape's the weakest of the 3, but I like Chimchar and Monferno shinies. Turtwig and Grotle are great, and Torterra was great until I think Heart Gold Soul Silver. And then it's not great now. Nothing from Gen 5 wows me, but Embor's pretty good. Like, Embor's not bad. Chespin's really cool, Quilladin's really cool. Chestnut's okay, like, it's still good, but it's not as good as the other 2. Greninja's okay. Like, it's good, but I mean, it's just a black shiny, it's kind of generic. Oh, the Fennekin line's amazing, shinies. Fennekin line's really good, too. Those are up there. The Fennekin line's definitely up there for, like, best shiny starters. And then, yeah, Rowlet's amazing. Hisui and Decidueye is awful. None of the Hisuian shinies are great. The best one's probably Typhlosion, but it's still not good. It'd be better if it had like a greenish or teal flame. That'd make it look so much cooler. The popular line is pretty mediocre. Primarina's alright though. Litten's okay. I wish they did more than just turn one color a different color on it. But it doesn't look bad on the Pokemon. None of the Gen 8 starter. Okay, wait, no, that's a lie. The Sobble line's pretty good. The other two Gen 8 starters are pretty bad though for shinies. None of the Gen 9 starters are great. The best Gen 9 starter is maybe like Quaxwell or Skeledirge, and even then I don't really like them that much. They really dropped the ball on the Gen 9 starter shinies. The 27th is your birthday. Nice. I love Rowlet so much. But yeah, Rowlet's great. There are a lot of shinies that were good, but for some reason they decided to change. Like for starters or just in general? A lot of them changed from Gen 2 to 3. I don't want to jinx it, but ever since I cleaned the pins on my games, I haven't had any issues with these games, like freezing or whatnot. In general, like, if I remember correctly, I think Star used to be white, now it's green. It's only green in Pokemon Go and in Paldean Fates for some reason. It's like like if you were to look at it, a shiny Staryu, your first instinct would be that's white. But it's always kind of had a slight greenish hue to it. But it's like you would still think white. It's like Furfrou. Like Furfrou, you would look at it and think black, but it has a purple hue to it, you know? That's kind of like what Staryu is. Like, Staryu, you would say, is a white shiny, but it has, like, a slight green hue to it. For some reason in Pokemon Go, it's, like, really green, and then also same with Paldean Fates. There are some shinies that have been inconsistent recently, though. Like, Starmie. Starmie in Home and BDSP has a purple gem instead of a blue gem as its shiny, and it looks not as good. So I hope they don't continue that. Paris's shiny has been a little inconsistent. Actually, no. No, it's Paris and the Aberline, their non-shinies have been inconsistent. That make a, like, so like Kadabra, like the Aberline in like Home is like more of a bronzish color, so the shinies are a lot more noticeable. But then in game, they're like more of a bright yellow color, so the shinies are not quite as noticeable. And then Paris is like an orangish color with like light colored, like light pink mushrooms. But for some reason in Home and Legends Arceus, they made Paris's non-shiny look very similar to the shiny, and it kind of sucks. Alright, I'm going to do another Distortion. Are we gonna get the alpha female Sneasel this time? It'd be cool if we got it soon. I'm not hopeful, though. Wait, is there no audio? What happened? No audio for me. There's probably audio for you guys. Why do I have no audio? What the heck? Let me try something. Let me also mute my other Game Boy so I can hear. There we go. Yeah, what the heck? Why would it have done that? I wonder if I accidentally hit something and that like caused... There we go. I have audio now. We're good. We gotta have the audio in case you hear a one of them things. Can you just be huge with scary eyes? I'm actually really shocked I haven't found a shiny Lickitung yet in these. What have I even found shiny in these? I got the shiny Skuntank, but I think that was Coastlands. I got a shiny Onyx in here once. Alright, back to Mew. I do like the, we don't really collect the items in the Distortions anymore because not only do we get more Mew encounters, but also we cycle through Distortions faster, so it makes us more likely to actually get stuff that we need from them, which is good. One time you said something like you gotta turn the volume up so you can hear the blah thing, and as you were making the noise, the game put the sound, and I was very surprised. Funny. And we've already done almost 200 today. I guess that's actually pretty average, pretty accurate. I need this game to get a freaking shiny, man. This game is so ridiculously due for a shiny. What set is the shiny Mew above May Emerald from? It's from these two on the right are from Paldean Fates. Which is one of the newer sets. It's like a special set. It's the Gen 9 Fate set. This is one of the, like, most sought after cards from the set. I just got lucky and pulled it. I don't think many of them have, like, super high value. But I'm pretty sure the top 3 are, like, Charizard, Mew, and then Gardevoir special art rares. Maybe, like, there's, like, an Iono special art rare. I think that one's up there, too. Ball Mew is one of your most wanted cards. Yeah, it was my most wanted one from Paldean Fates. I pulled the full art one, which was like these were my only 2 chase cards from the set because there was no like Dragonite or anything, and I was like, I don't give a crap about the Charizard. I think this Paldean Fates Charizard is the weakest of the Fates Charizards. It was just too busy. I don't like the Dark Terra type. But I ended up pulling the full art Mew on like one of my first openings, which was crazy because there's like 10 or so full arts in the set. And I was like, I can't believe I pulled the one I wanted most first. And then one of the last openings I pulled the special art rare. My goal was to open like one of each like box that had a promo. So I opened an Elite Trainer box. I opened the 3 blister packs that have the baby shiny dog promos. I opened the... What else was there? There was the 3 star... Oh, there were the tins. I opened the 3 tins that were like the Charizard, Great Tusk, and Iron Treads ones. And then I opened the 3 starter ones. And it was the Skeledirge box that had the special art rare Mew in it. And I don't even think it was the last box I opened. No, maybe it was. I think I did save it for last. The Meowscarada box gave me like a lot of hits. And then the Quaquaval box gave me not as many hits. And I think the Skeledirge box gave me the least amount of hits, but it gave me the best one, so I was like, I don't care. Not really related, but most of the Terra hats look really goofy on some of mine. It's not even the hat. It's like, it's not even the Terra thing that I dislike. I think in a set like Paldean Fates, it is a little silly doing like a special art rares for Terra Pokemon. I recently got a pickup of I saw a listing on Facebook Marketplace for some cards, and there was like some vintage cards and modern cards. And some of them I got were some Paldean Fates. Some in Japanese, some in English. So I got like this, which was really cool. Because I actually wanted this card, but I didn't pull it. This one was pretty cool. But so like this was in the pickup. But then this like Espathra, which is pretty cool. It's a full art. But it's like when you're doing shiny Pokemon, it is a little odd to like do a Terra version that has like green all over it. Because like that's not what shiny Espathra really looks like. So the Charizard, it's not the Terra that really matters. It's just the art. I also got this and this and this and this, which I already had this one. This is just a promo. But like, look at the Dark Terra Charizard. It's like, I guess it does kind of suffer from it too, with like the pink on it, instead of it just being, you know, black and red. But the issue with the like special art rare one is that the artwork for it is just, there's too much going on. You can't even really tell where Charizard starts and ends. And it's just too much. Like, no hate to the artist that made it. They were probably told they had to do it that way. But like, it's one of my least, like, in terms of the shiny I don't have any of those shiny Charizard cards from the Fate sets, because they're way too expensive and way too hard to pull. But like, I liked the Gigantamax one more than that one. I like the full art promo one more than the actual rare special art rare one. I think a lot of people do too. I think a lot of people prefer the artwork on just the regular full art. It's just like an odd choice. I like the idea of having Terra Mons in the TCG because it's very reminiscent of Delta Species from the Gen 3 era, where they're just different types than what they were. And it's no secret that the Dark Terra Charizard is referencing like the Charizard Gold Star from Dragon, I think it's Dragon Frontiers. But yeah, like on shiny Pokemon, it's a little weird when they like change their colors because they're Terra. Like, I definitely prefer the regular full arts over the Terra full arts. I'm glad they didn't do a Terra for Mew. Oh, I gotta put these cards back. Am I prepared for Safari Week? Technically, no, but it's not gonna take me a while to prepare. I'm prepared on, like, one game, but it's not gonna take me a while to prepare. In my, like, honest opinion, me being prepared for Safari Week would be I have Shiny Mew and Shiny Dratini, and I have neither of them, so it's like I feel unprepared in that sense, but I'm probably just gonna end up putting the Mew on hold. Which, I hate to do it, but I kind of have to. What's up, Mohammed? Welcome in. Why is Mega Garchomp so much better than regular Garchomp? I kind of don't agree with that. I don't think either of them are that great. I think regular Garchomp shiny is just okay. Like, it's disappointing, but it gets more hate than it deserves because it's like not that bad of it's a disappointing shiny. It's not the worst shiny in the world that a lot of people make it out to be. Mega Garchomp was just it's the same issue I have with Mega Gengar and like Gigantamax Gengar. Like, make the shinies better for those forms, but don't go so hard out of your way to make sure you let people know that they're different colored. Like, why the heck is Mega Garchomp pink? That makes no sense. It should have been like a bluish color, blue and orange or whatever, like the rest of the line, blue and yellow, blue and orange. It should have been similar to the rest of the line, because no one, like, same with Gengar. Like, Gengar shouldn't have been white as a Mega. That just makes me think they tried way too hard to just make it different. They should have made it blue, like the rest of the line is. So yeah, I don't really like Mega Garchomp Shiny. It is better than regular Garchomp Shiny, but it's just it's an odd choice. Thank you, Oleg, for the good luck. It is kind of weird that they went so out of their way to like fix some of the bad shinies from older gens with like Megas and Gigantamaxes and stuff. But then they like took a complete 180 turn and like went out of their way to make certain shinies just awful in Gen 9, like Cerulege. Very odd. Still, you see no point why they made Gible and Goodbye Shiny so good and then Garchomp. Well, there's also no confirmation if they actually designed it or if it was like a random color swap. Could have just been random chance, that's how it worked out. There's evidence to suggest, so like we know from like Gen 6 and onward, they pretty much design every single shiny. But Gen 5 and before, there's like evidence to suggest it was just random color swaps for most of them. But there's also evidence to suggest they designed a lot of them too. But there's no confirmation. And I would say Garchomp is a prime example of evidence to suggest that it was a random color swap. Especially because they decided to try to correct it in Gen 6 with the Mega. Like, if they like intentionally designed Garchomp to be a subtle shiny, they probably would have made it a similar shiny as the Mega in Gen 6. Alright, I'm gonna take a very quick break because I need more water already. And then we're gonna do a distortion and then continue hunting. Let me do one more encounter. Alright, I will be right back. I'm back. You're sweating. Well, I just did 5 trips up and down stairs. Nice, getting that workout in. All right. That one's really small.
This does put a smile on my face.
Yo, Architect Insect, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. You're getting the pre-moving day sweats in. All right, back to Mew. Your brother's helping move small stuff today, but he can only do so much because he has to go home to the fur babies. Unfortunate. Oh, I should probably feed my buddy in Pokemon Go again. I think it's been an hour. Oh, it has. Nice, dude. Actually not forgetting this time. Take these old snapshots, do the little bit of play. It is so hard to tell if I'm playing with Mewtwo. Easy on Mudkip. Mudkip's easy. Did I miss? I think I missed. I did miss. Looks like I gotta do a battle with Mudkip. But Mewtwo is good. Get rid of that. Oh, by the way, I was curious, and I was looking up prices for the Koro Shining Mew. Holy crap, they went up in price by a lot. I feel like a few years ago, I would look it up and it'd be like $300 for a PSA 9, which, don't get me wrong, is still very expensive. But now for a PSA 9, it's like $600. Which is, in my opinion, a bit too much. So I think my plan is to try to find an ungraded one that would most likely grade to be a 9, but that's still really hard to do and still a lot of money that I'm not willing to spend right now. But I'm kind of disappointed by that. Wait, hold on. Alright. So yeah, the Shining Mew, a little more expensive. The really unfortunate thing is that I was always saying the Mew Gold Star is going to be the hardest one to get. And yes, I was right. The Mew Gold Star is like easily over $1,000 in like a 9. And I don't think I could see myself spending that kind of money for a Pokemon card anytime soon. So that one would have to take like a miracle or something to get. Whichever Paul brother did this. It was Logan Paul. But whatever Logan Paul did has kind of subsided. I think a lot of it now is just like post-pandemic stuff. Or just like age. The market fluctuates. If we want to be really technical, Pokemon is in like a lull right now in terms of like value. A lot of cards that you could buy for a certain price like 7 years ago, you could buy for like the same price now. There's just like some specific ones that are like more expensive now. Yeah. You always think the right screen is shiny. You bought a Gold Star Mew on eBay in 2015 because Mew's your favorite Pokemon. You couldn't believe how much it went up since then. Yeah. Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's sad? I don't know how these work. There's like those World Championship cards. I used to have the Mew Gold Star World Championship as a kid. Dude, even that one's like hundreds of dollars graded now. I'm like, I thought those were worthless. The World Championship cards. Because they're like non-hollow. And they just have these like weird backs. They like arguably look like fake cards. What games you on? These are Emerald. These are both Emerald. And then we do Distortions and Legends Arceus. If they show up. Maybe one time the right screen will actually be shiny. I really hope it is. It'd be the cool... they both have cool IDs. But for me, this one's never found a shiny. This game, every Emerald shiny I've gotten has been on this game. And all except one have been over odds. I understand it's a lot of superstition when you hunt an Emerald, but I have a valid reason to not like hunting an Emerald. Because all my hunts go over odds in Emerald. All except one. I had one. And what's funny is because the one that went under odds was actually, like, it was only like 3,000. Like, it was pretty far under odds, too. Says that while we see a shiny Banette and shipped on both screens. What? Wait, what? This shiny Banette is traded for my Sapphire copy. This game has never generated a shiny, if that's what you want me to say. The RNG is broken in Emerald, but it's very, very hard. It's just don't do soft resets. If you do random encounters or runaways, it's extremely unlikely you hit the same 1/60th of a second consistently. To the point where it's just really bad luck. I'm also using the painting method for this hunt, so I'm getting essentially working RNG for this hunt. Yeah, this was from my my Sapphire copy that's over there. The one that got 8 shinies during the Torkoal hunt. This was just on the playthrough. I bought Sapphire because I never owned it. This was so long ago, and I decided to play through it once. It got random shiny Zubat and random shiny Shuppet on the playthrough. And then has proceeded to be one of my luckiest copies as well. Yeah, that was a crazy playthrough. It was the first time I also used like the Jirachi, the Coliseum bonus disc. So my team consisted of a Jirachi and 2 shinies. It was like the craziest playthrough team I'd ever had. Just like casually playing through.
This does put a smile on my
Madman
face.
Bob, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. It is funny, the little thing in the feed in Twitch updates a little faster than the notification shows up. So I almost said it before it showed up. The right side Mew always appeared to be shiny views. You and Sfeel, man. Maybe that means it will be shiny at some point. I can't believe we're about to go 17k. I'm also probably going to hit 17k today. Everyone thinks the one on the right side looks shiny every time it's going across screen. If you look at both of them, they look the same. Maybe you and Cognita are just insane. Or did you see into the future and it actually will be shiny? You just keep seeing into the future. Please tell me when it is. What number is it at? What number are you imagining this Mew is shiny at? And I only accept it if both of you say the same number. The right screen just has an angle that we see darker than the left. I am looking at the same screen you guys are. They're also at the like exact same angle. I'm usually pretty off about it. They're like identical at the angle they're at right now. Yeah, they look the same. Could be like my reflective shadow in them or something is like making them look a little off. I don't know. 16969. The issue is I'm doing 2 encounters at a time, so we won't hit that number. I don't know if you'd want to know that, but you had a dream you found shoot. I don't know if you'd want to know this, but you had a dream where you found Mew last night and you thought it was real. Dude, I sometimes have dreams like that too. Well, I'll find a shiny and then be like, wait. I'll like wake up and be like, did I just dream I got the shiny? And it'll like really throw me off. Technically we will, because first isn't shiny. It would be the second one that would have to be shiny. We'd have to decide on which one is considered the first or second, unless I obviously click one earlier than the other. I can't believe my luck is this consistently bad. After I get Mew, man, I'm popping off. It's just like, I'm just gonna get a bunch in a row under odds. It's just gonna be the reality. I'm so due for like a bunch of fast hunts in a row. It's crazy too because like I just look back when I was like new into shiny hunting and like my longest hunts were like this. Like if I went this far for a hunt, typically my next hunt would be like under 2k. Because I was like, I'm so due for a fast one. But now it's like, now I just casually am like 17k or 15k on Dratini, 17k on Mew, like it's nothing. The reason I even looked into the broken RNG thing with the dead battery and Ruby for my Groudon hunt is because I thought it was ridiculous that I went over 24k, then 18k in a row. Now it's like something I do all the time is like get those kind of numbers in a row. It's like crazy. It's like what? It's like I unlocked the ability. It feels like I unlocked the ability to just have worse luck in these games. Like before, when like my first ever shiny hunt was 20. It was like 24,700 something when I got it, which is ridiculous. But every other time I was like getting close to 20k or like over 20k, every single time I would get the shiny before hitting 24k. Like there was, it was always like a limit to where I could go for a shiny. But ever since like I started hitting bigger numbers, it's like, dude, every hunt I do, if I go like over 10k, it's like easily over a 16k hunt. And it's like the sky's the limit. When like before, 16k was like insane for me to do. Shiny hunts are always either 5 seconds or 5 years. If you're taking 5 years on a shiny hunt, that isn't like some absurd thing that you're like single hunting. You just don't hunt that much. Like unless, dude, there is like an eyelash in my eye and it is driving me crazy right now. 5 hunts is too long for a shiny hunt. Like you gotta be like not hunting that much. It's gonna take you 5 years. Unless you're going for like a 1%. Or you're going for like Manaphy and are single hunting it with like 1 egg. And you're also unlucky. Like if you hunt somewhat consistently, you shouldn't be going years for a shiny. Gen 1 Zapdos took you about a year? Was that single hunted? And how often did you hunt in like a day? Or a week? Because I know those are like slower. Like usually when you get pretty unlucky, it's like you go months. Yeah, for sure. Years is a bit much. I could see a roamer taking years if you are very, very unlucky in single hunting. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta be really unlucky doing a crazy difficult hunt and also single hunting. And even then, you probably aren't hunting super consistently with it either. You're gone for 5 minutes and still no shiny Mew, bro. Can you get these sparkles already? Dude, I'm trying. Yeah, all the above. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gotta be like a specific reason you'd go over years for like a shiny. Besides just like bad luck. There's definitely still an eyelash in my eye, and holy crap. I think it's like making its way out though. I can like feel it more. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna be doing this with one eye closed now. I'm gonna lose my depth perception. I'm not trying hard enough. I know, that's really all it comes down to. I'm not trying hard enough for this thing. I'm starting to think I'm gonna be the longest hunt for this Mew. Remember when I was like, dude, I gotta get it before 17k? Because that was like the longest I saw. Yeah, it's not looking good right now. There was someone in chat that said they went like pretty far for Shiny Mew. I forget what it was though, and I forget who said it. But if you're in chat, you successfully hunted Shiny Mew in Emerald. What did you get it at? I don't even know why I'm shiny hunting for Mew. I already have it from that Japanese Ruby I got, and it's caught in a Master Ball from Route 121. I already have shiny Mew. Back in my day, we got shinies before 8K. Dude, that's what I'm feeling like, though. It's like, back in my day, I used to get shinies in, like, the 3000s consistently. Now I'm, like, consistently over 13k every hunt I do. Keep getting tricked by the silver Game Boy thing, the Mew is blue. What is with you guys? It looks exactly the same. It's probably the color of the Game Boy that's tricking you. It's probably just when you compare things together, when you have two colors next to each other, you perceive them as different than when there's like other two colors next. Like, there's like been 4 people in chat that's saying the right one always looks blue. They're like at the exact same angle. And I'm looking at the same screen. Like, look at the left one for once. It's still the same grayish color the other one is when it's going across the screen. I don't know how you guys are seeing it blue. I mean, we have to get the game. We have to get the shiny on the right game now, though. Like that's got to be the case. It'd be so. It's okay. No matter what, it's not going to be anticlimactic, but it would be. I feel like it'd be more anticlimactic if we got it on the left game after everyone's like imagining it on the right game, and also this right game has never found a shiny, and it's like insanely due for one because one of the hunts that this game participated in was the 54,000, the 54,000 Shuppet. Old man screams at pixels because they aren't the right color. True. The right one is not slightly darker. It is not. I am looking at the same OBS you guys are looking at. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, it almost looks lighter. There's like more of my shadow on the left game. OBS, more like OBS. Yeah, that I don't have a shiny Mew yet. I'll tell you what, I'll do an Emerald hunt and be like, guys. I'll be like, guys, I'm just, here's what, it's like the cycle of Emerald. I'll do an emerald hunt, go insanely far over odds, and then be like, I never want to hunt an emerald again. And then eventually I'll be like, all right, I know I'm just being weird and superstitious about the RNG. I'm gonna get some lucky hunts soon in emerald, and then I'll do a hunt in emerald and then go way over odds and then never want to hunt an emerald again. And it's just the endless cycle over and over again. But what's even crazier is that I haven't gotten Dratini yet, and that's just in Heart Gold Soul Silver. And I'm also farther in on it. Oh wait, no, am I? I think I'm not, actually. No, I'm at 15,000 for Dratini. But I mean, they'll be kind of tied after today. But like, what's going on, man? I got 3 hunts going on. Over 40,000 encounters total across all 3 hunts. Nothing. This happens so often to me now. I'm either going like 30k in a single hunt or more, or I'm going like 30, 40k across like a couple hunts. Like, something's gotta pop soon, dude. There's no way I'm going 50k again. There's no way. It's not happening. I refuse. I refuse to go over 50k for a shiny again. Putting my foot down. I'm not doing it. No, I'm doing the game corner Dratini. It's faster. I wanted a fast hunt, and it backfired, I guess. I wanted a fast hunt, but like, how silly of me to expect anything like that. The shiny guys are angry at us. At us? You guys in chat have been getting shinies almost every stream I do. Now they're angry at me only. I'm sorry, shiny gods. I like Scarlet and Violet. Is that why they're angry at me? Because I say I don't like Scarlet and Violet? Hey man, Scarlet and Violet is fun to mess around with one of your Pokemon from an older game and get a ribbon for it or something. Okay? Get like the partner mark for it. There, I said it. Scarlet and Violet has a use that will keep me going back to it. I need to appease the shiny gods, and I don't know what to do. We're down bad now. I'm gonna praise Scarlet and Violet for the next hour. I don't know if I could. I don't even know if I could like pretend to praise Scarlet and Violet for an hour. I don't know what I would say. I could gas up a couple things in Scarlet and Violet, but that would only take me so far. Let me tell you, the music in Scarlet and Violet slaps. The Arven story and Area Zero story, phenomenal. I nearly cried when Arven revived his Mabostiff. Spoiler alert. They got ice cream and Subway too. Oh, Scarlet and Violet, yeah, that's always good. They got a good selection of food. You haven't gotten a shiny? Do a quick full odds hunt and you'll get it before I get this Mew, guaranteed. Once got the game so glitchy that every body of water just disappeared. But that's called you forged the game into your own path or something. That's what, it's a good thing. I'm actually so annoyed that they patched out that like fly glitch. You guys remember that? In one of the earlier versions of Scarlet and Violet, if you, like, glided on Miraidon or Koraidon, and then you, like, dropped, and then turned to the right, and then when you, like, went back into glide and abruptly turned straight again, and did that over and over again, you would just gain speed indefinitely until you were just, like, shooting across the map. And it was so fun, and I knew they were going to patch it, because it was, like, the only glitch that didn't really, like break anything. It was just fun to do, and of course they fixed it in like the next update. I was like, dude, that glitch was so fun, and like it's not even broken because even though you can zip across the map, you zip so fast across the map that you 100% of the time overshoot yourself for where you're going, and it's just faster to like just take the flying taxi over. And 2, you had to have the glide ability to do it anyway, so you had to be like at the end of the game regardless. It wasn't like you were skipping stuff in the game. If it's fun, they'll patch it like item storage and BDSP. Is that how you duplicated stuff? I never knew how that worked. But I understand them patching stuff that like is, you know, unintentional, that causes either broken gameplay or not fun gameplay. But when they patch something that's harmless, that's like fun to do, I kind of don't get that. It's like that's like stuff Niantic does. There'll be some like really cool like fun update like bug with Pokemon Go, and Niantic will like literally fix it in a day. But then there'll be some game-breaking thing that actually like hurts your gameplay and makes the game frustrating to play, and then they'll take them like years to fix it. It's so weird. But now flying is a mechanic, so I guess they made up for it. No, because you have to beat the entirety of both DLCs. And let me tell you, the save file that I've been doing my Mark Shiny hunting on, I haven't beaten the Indigo Disc DLC, so I don't have access to flying, and it's kind of annoying that I can't just do that. Just got BDSP patched in a title screen. They patched in a title screen, and I don't know what you mean by that. Was there not the title screen before? I don't recall it ever not having a title screen. No, I gotta gas up Scarlet and Violet, though, to appease the shiny gods. What's like a synchro mode is really cool. I've never used it, but it looks fun. It looks fun. It looks like a fun thing that I would do if I was 10 years old. And as an adult, but like I would do it for 5 seconds and then be like, why am I doing this? But it looks fun. What's a good thing about Scarlet and Violet? Indigo's not too long to beat. Yeah, but you have to like here's the thing. The only reason I haven't beaten it on my secondary save file is strictly because of what's his name, Drayton? Is Drayton the dragon guy? What's the dragon guy's name? Is it Drayton? Strictly because you have to use Pokemon that's caught in the terrarium to like beat him, and that's just annoying. When I can't just use my level 100 Skeledirge and Koraidon to sweep him really fast. Other than that, yeah, it'd be really easy to beat, but I don't want to have to like go out of my way to catch like some Pokemon in the freaking terrarium and then use a bunch of EXP candies on them and whatnot. She could jump or fly with Synchro. Can't you toggle... Well, you can't jump, but can't you toggle fly and walking for, like, Pokemon that can fly? Still their build on that future games. I do like the features they add where you just kind of, like, mess around with your Pokemon. I do like those. Like, I thought camping in Sword and Shield was so fun, even though it, like, didn't really do anything. Like, all those features that really don't do anything, it's still fun to, like, mess around with. You know, one fun thing about Scarlet and Violet, the way that some Pokemon will be 56 feet away from you and still get into battle with you because that's how physics works. That was actually more of an issue at the beginning. I still get it. I remember it happened a lot with like Girafarig, but now it's only every now and then it'll do that with like a Pokemon that's sleeping by like a tree or something. You'll just be, like, running down a path, and it'll, like, freeze your game, and you'll be like, what the heck just happened? And then it'll be like, it'll show this Pokemon like far away, like, oh, you caught the wild Makuhita off guard. It's like, what? To be fair, you just get ice types and sweep him easy. I don't know about easy. You would have to at least like dump some EXP candies into them if you don't want it to take a while. It's just kind of annoying. It's a cool concept, but like when you're playing through a second time, it's just kind of annoying. Alright. Time for another distortion. Probably a ground type too, actually, because of the ace. What's the ace? Isn't it Archaladon? Don't you just need? Doesn't it just Terra into a dragon type? That you just can use like an ice or dragon type? Because he's not the one who uses Excadrill. That's Lacey, because she's Clay's daughter. Right? That's the lore behind it. All right. I'm gonna step on this Kricketot. Ooh. Whoa. It's a red shard. Why aren't you very huge and scary? Dude, they're all female too. And then this one's gonna be an alpha Weavile over here. I don't know where the third one spawns. Nope, they're all just non-alpha female Sneasels. I think the terrarium only challenge only applies to 3 times at the actual gym challenge. When I played, he didn't count for Drayton himself, as far as you remember. Wait. I think the terrarium only challenge only applies to 3 trainers at the actual gym. When you played, you didn't count for Drayton himself. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure it's Drayton. Just Drayton's challenge is that you use Pokemon caught in the terrarium. That's just his challenge. Because, like, Crispin's is, like, you gotta, like, trade food with people. And then... Lacey's...
This does put a smile on my
Big
face.
Jake, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. What was Lacey's challenge? What's up, Big Jake? Okay, what was the other guy? Oh, the girl. It was the steel type girl. What was her challenge? Man, I only remember 2 of those 4 challenges. They all had like different challenges though. Oh, the other one was the rings, flying through the rings. That was the steel type one. What was Lacey's challenge? What was the ground type person, or was she fairy? She was fairy type, wasn't she? What was her, I don't remember her challenge. I'm gonna look it up. She's fairy type. All her Pokemon are in nest balls. Fun fact. Maybe I have to go to the, what's the place called? I don't know if it says what the challenge is. Oh well. I think she had trivia questions. Oh yeah, it'd be like, wasn't it like what called was this Pokemon or something? Or like, I don't know. Kind of generic. It's also crazy that that for the ring challenge you get a temporary ability to fly with Koraidon and Miraidon. And then it goes away, and then you finish beating the story, and then she's like, oh, you can just do this now. It's like, thank you for allowing my legendary Pokemon to just fly at its own free will. It was like, where does Pikachu store its electricity? There was more than just that, though. There were multiple questions. They weren't all just like... There was a question about Granbull's ears? Dude, I hadn't drawn a blank on that one. What about it? Do Granbull's ears stick out to the side or stick up? They're not just, they aren't just like Dex entry things, were they? There's no way. Tell a really bad joke and maybe Mew will show up. Alright, I got a good one. So there's two fish in a tank. One of them looks at the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" I don't know too many jokes, like, off the top of my head. Besides, like, those cliche ones that are, like, intentionally bad. Because it's like, a horse walks into a bar and the bartender asks, "Why the long face?" Like, that's, like, hardly a joke, you know? What do you call a chameleon that can't change colors? A can't-meleon. That's my guess. I don't actually know the joke. Made you laugh hard, though? The horse one or the fish one? A reptile dysfunction. That's pretty good. I say it's good, but I didn't laugh. So I don't know what that says. Yeah, I don't know too many, like, jokes off the top of my head. The fish one, yeah, that one's a good one. It's one of those, like, you're not expecting it. You just picture two fish in a fish tank, but it's, like, actually a tank. A military tank. You're scared of the calendar. Its days are numbered. I do, dude. I sometimes on TikTok will see two people just telling like dad jokes to each other, and sometimes they're pretty funny. Jaden, thank you for the shiny luck. You don't know much about the Sweden flag, but it's a huge plus. No, there's like, I feel like that there's might be a wording thing with that one. Some of them it's like, let's see. Gosh, it's like there's some jokes that I like that are adjacent to that kind of joke, and I can't think of them. Dad jokes are so funny because they're so unfunny that it's funny. Sometimes. Sometimes they are just kind of clever, and then a lot of times they just aren't funny at all. Why is 6 afraid of 7? Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that joke. Because 7, 8, 9. Think they're called dad jokes, not because dads tell them, but because they're more funny when a dad tells them. No, I don't think that's true at all. I think it's just jokes that dads tell. Wait, it's the other way around because 6 knows 7, 8, 9. The 6 has closed the case on it. The 7 is behind 9. Wait, what? I feel like you were trying to explain like a plot twist of that, but it's still the same thing, just you're over explaining it and like adding more lore to it, I guess. Have you talked to the Pokemon Company Game Freak to see if they shiny locked your account? Yeah, let me call them up really quick. Guys, did you shiny lock my account? It feels like it, man. Over 41,000, almost 42,000 on like all my hunts combined. Actually, I think we are over 42,000 with all my hunts combined. All my current hunts. Because if we include Saintsure, I'm like 48,000 something in. It was funny in your head. I hate when that happens. Dude, I gotta get this Mew soon. I gotta get Dratini soon, man. Dratini's happening, dude. Dratini is happening before 20k. It just is. There's no way it's not. Because here's the thing. This is also what's crazy. Not only am I doing this Mew hunt with insanely bad luck like this is like these games is immediately after the 54,000 Shuppet. So, like, they were already due for a shiny. Except, I guess this game got the shiny, so that one's less due. But, Heart Gold Soul Silver? You want to know the last hunt that I got on Heart Gold Soul Silver? It was the 38,000 Krabby from last year's Safari Week. So not only am I, like, super over odds on both this Mew hunt and my Dratini hunt, but they also are both immediately after ridiculously my two longest hunts of all time. So, like, what's going on here? Said this has got to be the stream, but you don't know anymore. I mean, we still have like another hour, so who knows? But it's not looking great. Keep setting your phone down, and the angle / shade of Mew is throwing you off. Stop setting your phone down. I guess it doesn't matter, because it's not like you thinking it's shiny is gonna make me pop off and be like, dude! Imagine. I'm also on the Shining Legends playmat that has Shiny Mew on it too. I can't have more Shiny Mew in the setup than I have. I just can't. I could throw in more Shining Mew cards from Shining Legends though. I actually have 2 more of them. But I don't want to take the one out of the frame. I framed the whole set of Shinings from Shining Legends. And I like custom made the thing. Like I just bought like a frame. And then I bought some like cheap craft foam and then cut holes into the craft foam to put the slabs into. And it works great. But I don't know how it happens, but literally it took me so long to get all the little specks of like gunk out of it. I had to keep taking it out, pulling the cards out, whatever was like there in the frame. I had to like, it would be like dust and stuff, like just like little bits of like foam or like dust. I did that so many times, and now it finally has like nothing in it, and I'm just like, all right. The original idea was like, if I ever want to put other PSA slabs in there, I can, but I don't know if I want to deal with that anymore. Do you have a Shiny Mew in the Pokeball Plus? It's impossible. Actually, I guess it's not impossible, but it'd have to be from Sword and Shield, which, I guess I could do it. I could grab the Shiny Mew from Go that I have in Scarlet and Violet, and then bring it into Sword and Shield and put it in the Pokeball Plus. Now I kind of want to do that. I would have to close out of Legends, though. But also the Mew wouldn't have the Mightiest Mark anymore, so the idea behind that one is it would have the Mightiest Mark. So I'd have to keep it without the Mightiest Mark until I get the Mew, I guess. But I guess that wouldn't really matter. It's not going to delete it, it just won't have it temporarily. Alright, fine. If that's why I'm over odds, I'm going to wait till the next Distortion, because we've already been waiting for a while. After that next Distortion, I'm going to switch over to Sword. No, I'm going to switch over to Scarlet. Send the Mew into Shield. Sorry, Sword. Then put it in the Pokeball Plus. Let's do that. Even though my Pokeball Plus is, like, not here right now. It's, like, over... It's, like, in my nightstand. I'm not gonna, like, leave it out. Just kill the battery on it. Hunting Tyrantrum and Sword with Charm. Gonna use the Master Ball. You're a massive Jurassic Park fan. Nice. Good luck on it. That's a cool one. It's just like the Strong Spawn soft reset. That's a cool one. There's so many cool hunts in Sword and Shield, man. If anyone owns Sword and Shield and has had a negative stigma towards it, Jaden, did I ever say I never thanked you for the shiny luck? Thank you for the shiny luck. If anyone has had a negative stigma towards Sword and Shield, just like do some shiny hunting in it. It's just so cool. They did shiny hunting right in Sword and Shield, outside of the Brilliant Method. The Brilliant Method sucks. The Brilliant Method and the Chain Fishing Method. The Chain Fishing Method is even worse, because it's like just a worse version of the Brilliant Method. If Chain Fishing worked properly, see, like, Anubis says it's like not an oversight. They like intentionally made it kill your chain every time you got a Brilliant, but like, dude, if it actually didn't do that, it would actually be a really effective method. To get a Brilliant like every other encounter with the 1 in 455 odds, like that'd be pretty good. That'd be a really balanced method, but it's just trash. Been doing random encounters with Charm and you have 500 KOs on 2/3 of your targets for 3 days with nothing. Yeah, I mean, even if you like, let's say you start your game, your save file fresh, and every Pokemon is already like 500 KOs, just like by default, you're still just better off doing random encounters. Like, you would hit odds faster just doing random encounters without the Brilliant Method. And then when you factor in having to KO all those Pokemon, it just makes it that much worse of a method. But it is a permanent buff, so that is the trade-off. I get that. My only complaint with the Brilliant Method is that 3% is too low. It needed to be at least 5% for it to be like a decent method. What's my favorite Pokemon, non-shiny and shiny? Well, my favorite non-shiny is Dragonite. I don't have like a guaranteed #1 favorite shiny, but Mew is up there. The shiny Mega Gardevoir is up there. I love the Trico line shiny. I love Kanto Slowbro, Kanto Weezing, Obstagoon. I've grown to like consider the Bounsweet line shiny one of my favorites, but I can't pick like a #1. It's hard to pick like an actual like #1 favorite shiny, because some of them are like cool like for different reasons. Like Mew is cool because I like blue shinies, but also like just the fact that it's like a mythical makes it cooler for me. Kling Kling's your favorite shiny? That's kind of, I've never heard someone say that's pretty unique. You miss purple Charizard sometimes? I mean, it still exists, you just gotta get it in Gen 2. I used to love Palkia, man. That's like, because my first game was Pearl, and I thought Palkia looked so cool. Wish shiny sparkles were still subtle and didn't take forever like the old games. Not being able to hunt with your own shinies is annoying. Well, in Scarlet and Violet, that's not an issue. Not only do you not have to encounter Pokemon to see if they're shiny, but also 90% of the time your Pokemon do not sparkle in battle for some reason. I don't know. That's kind of a weird, like, argument, too, because, like, I still typically don't shiny hunt with shinies. This is, like, the only hunt I do, because, like, it does definitely add to the time. It's never been, like, optimal to lead your party with a shiny unless you're doing resets. After Tyrantrum, he'll probably be hungry, so Tasty White Amora defeat him. Yeah, that's a good one. I think there's a strong spawn Amora. Isn't there one like right outside the Dynamax? The whatever it's called, the raid den thing. Slippery Slope. I forget what it's just like the adventure raid den. I don't know what it's called. In my opinion, shiny hunting in Legends Arceus is kind of more fun than Scarlet and Violet. Oh, I feel like that's like objectively it's better. I'm still not the biggest fan of shiny hunting in Legends Arceus, but I think objectively it's better than Scarlet and Violet. I think most people would probably agree. They're the only people that would probably disagree would be the people that all they care about is getting the shinies as fast as possible, because Scarlet and Violet, you're just going to get shinies faster. But I think overall, most people would agree shiny hunting was, like, done better and just more enjoyable in Legends Arceus than Scarlet and Violet. Amora was your first shiny in Pokemon Go after 1 hour. I don't even have a shiny Amora in Pokemon Go. I think I'm over odds for it. What's up, Vegeta? Welcome in. You have luck around 20 shiny sandwiches in Outbreak final. Wait, if you have luck around 20 shiny sandwiches in Outbreak, finally got coughing. It took you 20 sandwiches to get coughing in an Outbreak. That just means you're doing something wrong. On average, you should, if you're doing Sparkling Power, especially with 60 KO in an Outbreak, you should be averaging a shiny every like 7 to 10 minutes. It depends on the Outbreak, like where it's positioned. You either were spawning them in behind you and despawning them and just didn't know, or you were just like, I don't know what you're doing. Like even the unluckiest like hunts in Scarlet and Violet like that would take like maybe 1.5 sandwiches to 2 sandwiches. 20 sandwiches is absurd. Like, you were failing a ton of shiny coughings during that, for sure. Or you were just, like, standing still and not doing anything. You have to go already, but you wish you luck. All good. Thank you for hanging out in the stream. Took you, like, 10 to 14 sandwiches to get a shiny Slowpoke, but that's probably because you missed a lot of them. Dude, that's still wild to me. Like, dude, my longest full odds hunt in Scarlet and Violet, like full odds, no Sparkling Power, just Encounter Power, took me like 3 sandwiches. I don't know what you guys are doing with like Sparkling Power to go that far for a shiny. The trick with Slowpoke, though, in Scarlet and Violet is you have to look at the mouth. Look inside the mouth. That's more saturated, as the shiny's got a more saturated, like, mouth. That's what makes it obvious. Because they kind of killed shiny Slowpoke in Scarlet and Violet. It used to be a lot more of a noticeable shiny. It was actually a pretty good, subtle shiny. Now it's just, like, not really a good shiny at all. Which is unfortunate. Rooting for Dom to get the 32K plus record Mew. Can you do it? No, I'm not going to do that. Is that the record? You got to give me a source. The farthest I've seen was 17K. Or just, like, tell me who, and if there's, like, a post for it on Twitter, I can just look it up. I haven't seen anyone go 32K for Mew. I've seen the worst I've seen was 17K, which we're about to pass up. You wish you knew that before the hunt, yeah. Gotta be watching my videos, dude. I know all the tricks in Scarlet and Violet. Not that there's really tricks, it's just kind of like, do this to make it a little faster. And Mr. Romney said, I'm not sure if you're like trying to be funny, but when you see someone struggling with a shiny hunt, it's kind of in poor taste to like joke with them and like hope they go really far. That's just never really that great to do. Like, you already see I'm like struggling and I'm getting a little frustrated with my bad luck. So to come into the stream and be like, dude, I hope you go 32,000, like that just makes me want to ban you. It'd be different if I was like joking about it and being like, all right, guys, I'm going to go 32K, but I'm clearly not. Is the counter automatic? I just add, I have it set to key. I just hit plus and it just goes up by 2 every time. Don't ban boss. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of letting you know. But it is one of those things where like you kind of gotta gauge the vibe before like joking around with stuff like that. But I am serious when I say like, do you have a source of someone going 32,000 for a shiny Mew? Because I haven't heard of that. I'm genuinely curious like what the farthest is. You got a shiny Slowpoke. It was the first outbreak after you thought. After you fought 60 with the first message of low Pokemon in an outbreak. But that's around 28. I think you're gonna panic reset, just decide to check. Wait, sorry, what? Got a Slowpoke. It was your first outbreak after. I hate to be that guy, Bob, but there's just a few too many typos in your message for me to not really know what you're talking about. Radmick, I am going to ban you because you are a bot. Gosh, I'm so glad that I disabled links in my chat because now all of a sudden the bots just post links now. Calling at 16,900. At this point, anything under 20k is going to be great. Doesn't have to be like right now. Good night, Thor. Thank you for tuning in. You're Belgium? No, that's all good. I'm not 100% sure what you're saying. Like, you're saying you waited till the message of, like, there's not many Pokemon left in an outbreak? Are you saying you... Oh, no. You're saying that it took you, like, 28 KOs and then you found a shiny Slowpoke? Is that what you're saying? That's pretty lucky. I think I've had that happen, like, one time, but I think I still had, like, KO more than 28 for that. For, like, a shiny to show up. How have I not got an outbreak yet? Or a distortion, not an outbreak. I always say outbreak when I'm referring to distortions. Here's another thing. Because I said I was going to put shiny Mew in the Pokeball Plus. If I get a severe weather, I'll do it then. I just don't want to, because I've already been waiting like 20 plus minutes. Actually, over 30 minutes for a distortion. So to like, I don't know if soft resetting the game like does anything. I would assume it does reset the counter. So I'm gonna wait. I guess technically in like 6 minutes, we should be getting a distortion, unless we get an intense weather before then. $20K plus incoming, sadly. What are you, Profit? Do you know this is reality? I still got 3,000 to go. That's a good chunk of the odds. 3,000 is, Let's see what 3,000 is. $3,000 is 30%. I have a 30% chance to get the shiny Mew before 20K. If we're just adding up the entire hunt together, what am I at now? Let's just say 17K. 87% chance to have a shiny Mew. 87.5% chance. Isn't it if you wait 40 minutes, you get a 100% chance of getting distribution? If you don't get severe weather, then yes. There's a very likely chance you get a severe weather during that, though, if it's going to take you 40 minutes to get a distortion. Which so far we haven't. So we should be getting, unless we get like severe weather in the next like couple minutes, we should be getting a distortion soon. You watch another streamer, also can't understand your sentences, but he's also Dutch, but Netherlands, yeah. No, it's all good. I can understand. Usually I can understand pretty well. There was just a lot said in that message, and I was like kind of not understanding some things. Yeah, distortions are like, in my opinion, severely not thought through how they work in Legends Arceus. I think it's ridiculous that they can take 40 minutes to show up. I think that's absurd. I think the max should be like 20, 25. And the fact that there's like 3 separate weather effects that can just cause the timer to reset is absurd. Just makes no sense. Your Safari Week hat looks awesome. I hope you get your hunts. Thank you. I'm getting low battery on my Switch now. This might be the last distortion we do. Boy from Belgium? You're Belgian? Who would have thought? That's crazy. I hope I at least get Dratini. It's gonna suck putting Mew on hold for like 2 weeks, but I'm kind of expecting it at this point. I'm just kind of sick of having to put hunts on hold because of bad luck and like Safari Week. Like, I always try to give myself enough time to get like all my hunts finished before Safari Week, and then I just like, this is 2 years in a row where I've just been hit with like the worst possible luck, and I had to put hunts on hold because of it. And that's just frustrating. At 3 shiny legends, Cobalion around 600, and Sword Raikou around 6,000. 6,000. Got to use it on your team in Ultra Ultra Moon and Tornadus in 114 Ultra and all 1 in 496. That's pretty crazy. 6,000 sucks, but the other 2 are pretty crazy full odds. You're due for a good Safari Week this year, though, right? I hope so. I thought I was due for a string of under odds in a row, but here I am. Still going over odds for every hunt I do. I had one Gyarados slightly under odds, and then 3 like double odds in a row. Sorry, 3 double odds in a row and 1 quad 5 times odds in a row with that. Needless to say, I'm a bit over it. But like, dude, something's gotta pop soon. I think I'm for sure getting a distortion in the next minute or two. I don't think a weather is gonna show up. Like a bad weather is gonna show up by now. But like that's what I'm saying, man. It's like my heart gold. I'm like 15k in right now, and that's going off. That's literally immediately going off of the 38,000 Krabby from last year. And then these emeralds, I'm like 17,000 in. That's immediately going off of the 54,000 Shuppet. So it's like what are we doing, man? It's like no one goes this far, let alone multiple times, let alone in a row. There's a Landorus in Dynamax Adventures hunting now on pause for Tyrantrum. 71 encounters, 1 phase. With Charm. In July, you're hunting Landorus again. Good luck. Good luck on the Tyrantrum. That's a really cool one. And Dynamax Adventures are tough, even with Shiny Charm. They're just so tedious. Use Blue Brother as Shy or something. Not to literally anyone else who hunts it. Except for, like, one other person that I saw go 17k. You're called Tyrantrum Blue Rexy. Nice. Where's this distortion at? I think it's just... I mean, it's been 41 minutes, but... I think it's because I've been pausing... Like, I've been pausing the game with the map to check, just in case. And I think a couple of those minutes were during the last distortion, so... Dude, I kid you not. When I get shiny Mew, it's not gonna feel real. It's gonna I'm gonna be like blown away that I'm looking at it. It's gonna be one of those shinies that I'm like, I can't believe I'm looking at this right now. It just really doesn't feel possible. You just fail the shiny Guzzlord, you accidentally hit teleport on your Kadabra? That sucks. I thought you were gonna tell me it hit itself in confusion and KO'd itself because it gets Thrash. But teleport, that's kind of wild. Hopefully you reclaim it soon. At least you don't have to like re-find it. You got your shiny Shaman today. This is the day you get Mew. You have faith. I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to even hunt Mew today. I might stream tomorrow, though. We might try to keep going tomorrow. Your hunts have been going kind of over odds, too, but you got all your mythicals under odds earlier this year. I've only done, like, 3 full odds hunts this year, too. That's just how not... sorry, 4. I've done 4. I did the 3 Motostoke gyms. No, yeah, the 3 Motostoke gyms and the Gyarados. That's all I've gotten full odds this year. Just like everything's been taking so long. Alright, the distortion finally showed up. That was definitely the 40-minute timer. I am honestly blown away we didn't get like a severe weather during that 40 minutes. It's like crazy. And it's a close one too, so it's gonna start soon. This is streamer luck at its worst. This is just proof that we don't get streamer luck. For you as your Spiritomb, 1 in 496, you got the Charm 2 weeks. Got Spiritomb in November. 10/24. 10/12. Wait, what? Oh, is that Sword and Shield Spiritomb? I always forget that Spiritomb is in Crown Tundra. I'm always quick to think like BDSP where Shiny Charm doesn't affect it, or Scarlet and Violet where Charm doesn't affect it. Alright. I'm gonna do this Distortion. We're probably gonna end Arceus because my Switch is on low battery. But I'm gonna put a shiny Mew in the Pokeball Plus. And we're gonna hope that's what it takes to give me a shiny Mew. So let's see if it works. It's also in Legends Arceus. You can't reset for it in Legends, though. There's not like a static spawn, like a guaranteed static spawn one. Three Haunters is just wild. Oh, no Alpha Sneasel. You love him. His name is William Afton. You can get outbreaks of Spiritomb. Yeah, you can't like reset for Spiritomb though. And honestly, and I'm gonna be honest, I think if you're hunting Spiritomb in Legends, you're probably not counting numbers. All right, let me let's save the game, I guess. I'm gonna grab my sword copy, and then oh, I have to grab Scarlet too, and then we're gonna put a shiny Mew in the Pokeball. My Pokeball Plus has been getting worn out. Look at this. The whole top part has been like peeling off. I mean, it still works though. I think right now, I have my partner Cat Pikachu in it right now. Yo, Tigerino. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. Punishing the Ghost Shiny Mew until you get the real one. Yeah, true. Alright, let me go grab my other games. I'll be right back. It is crazy how much more, like how much cooler it is outside my room. You guys ready to see a just crazy rare occurrence? Crazy rare occurrence. We're gonna be opening up Scarlet version. And we're not gonna be hunting for a mark. Crazy rare. There was a very loud thunder where you're at. That's always scary. I still have the outbreak event going on in these games. Out of nowhere, it started pouring rain. That's crazy. The outbreaks are gone. No way. I don't have to do anything. Here it is. Here's the latest one. Kindly mark. King Candy. I caught it in a Master Ball because it matched, and this was the last mark I'm hunting for in this game, so I don't really have a reason for Master Balls. Here we go. Mutant. The shiny Mew. With the mightiest mark. What if it... Oh, I actually... Wow, I didn't need to grab my Scarlet copy. Because it was already in the PC. Oh well. Whoops. I guess I didn't even need to open that game. There's no way I'm gonna be able to set this on here. That's not staying up there. Yep. Wow, it takes a while to log into home, I guess. The home music makes you go insane after like 5 minutes of it. The worst was the Let's Go music when you like transferred stuff. Don't know how you can speak English well because you have 0 memories not understanding English. Interesting. Okay, am I gonna get like a login error? Like, this is taking forever. Nope, this just takes a while. It always says that it takes 56 years to... It's not like that every time for me. Sometimes it's faster. Like, this is also taking a while, too. It usually does not take this long. Gotta love the freaking Go symbol on that. It's gonna be cool when I have one that won't get the Go symbol, you know? I wish I could put all of my unique mark shinies in Scarlet and Violet. It's a shame that they didn't ever include Nidoqueen or Grapploct or Delmise in Scarlet and Violet. What's up, Dom for Life? Welcome in. So sometimes a T-Rex needs to be blue. Sometimes a little freaking mouse. Not a mouse, a cat. Why'd I say mouse? I almost said rat, and then I thought mouse, but the whole time I was thinking cat. Sometimes the little cat needs to be blue. The little... What was this thing? Like a What are these cats called? They're like hairless cats, like Siamese, or there's like Egyptian or something. Isn't there like a, I don't know what they're called. You call Mew a fetus? Mew is like loosely based off of a fetus. Like, have you seen the pose it has in Gen 3? It's very obviously... Oh, Sphinx? Is that what it is? I thought Sphinxes were like mythical creatures. What was I saying? Oh yeah, like, it's very obvious that the tail is supposed to be kind of reminiscent of an umbilical cord. What's up, Max? Welcome in. Who do you think is winning the Euros? I don't know what that is. I guess. So I have no idea. No idea who's winning that. Yeah, it normally does not take this long to connect to the games and stuff. I understand this is the shiny box and that these ones are not shiny, but that's okay. It's a soccer tournament in Europe. That's I kind of assumed it was some sort of like soccer thing. But yeah, I've never heard of it. The only time I hear about like soccer is when it's like the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup. That's the only time I ever hear about soccer. You want a Wooloo Funko Pop so bad? Does one exist, or you just want them to make one? Did I get the shiny Mew? No. No, we're doing Desperation mode, where we're gonna put this Go shiny Mew into a Pokeball Plus to, like, lure the other shiny Mew, I guess. I don't know what the theory is. The hairless cat breed called the Sphinx cat. The hairless cat breed. I thought there were multiple hairless cat breeds, though. By the way, that took way too long to do that. Yeah, he needs his friend to save him. Oh shoot! No, I did it right. I was like, wait, I thought I put in the wrong save file, but I did it right. They should make a life-size Wooloo plush, like the one Marie, like the Marie one. Yeah. They should stop being cowards and make a life-size Wailord plush. We got a big one, but it ain't life-size. We need the 40-foot long one. Okay, can someone explain to me why my marked shinies are not in the marked shiny box? Oh. I get this doesn't need to be in my party. I guess I'll put it in my party too. Here's my partner cat Pikachu. You might not think it's shiny, but it is. I wish I could change its name, though. Unfortunate, I can't change its name. That's not what I was trying to do. There's no wild area news. This game stopped getting updated years ago. Oh my gosh. Which shinies am I still looking for besides Mew? Dratini, Bidoof. I'm seeing Ash Hat Pikachu now. The resets are so fast. Yeah, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon resets are actually pretty quick. What am I gonna get from my partner cat Pikachu? Only 256 rare candies? Are you kidding me? That's chump change. For anyone who wonders how I get a bunch of rare candies. I might have max. I only have 426. I've used so many. Just from my Living Dex challenge. That's crazy. How do you do that? You take a stroll with the Pokeball Plus. You put a Pokemon in your Pokeball Plus, and then you use your Pokeball Plus to spin stops for you in Pokemon Go. And like walk with it and stuff. What's this thing's nature? I've never even looked at this thing, actually. Dang. It's adamant nature, which I guess can be good for Mew in some scenarios. Good for a synchronizer. You have to start doing that. I wish they kept doing it for the later games. They stopped doing it. It's only Let's Go. It's only Let's Go and Sword and Shield that you can do it with. Unfortunately, this Mew does not have the Mightiest Mark anymore because it does not exist in this game, but we're just holding it hostage for now. I'll actually be so devastated if it, like, somehow deletes it. I doubt it, though. It's stored in, like, Home's data. Alright, no more Switch. I just realized I was recording that whole time. I did not need to be recording that. What did I do in Home? I moved a shiny Mew into Sword and then put it in this Pokeball. Now it's shiny Mew colored. It's very hard to tell on the camera, though. Oh, you can tell it's blue, but... Shiny Mew in the Pokeball Plus. Alright. I'll just set that over there, I guess. So you know something interesting with your analog pocket? You have a save state to encounter Deoxys. Interestingly, when you re-upload the save state, it RNGs a new Deoxys. You might shiny hunt it. Like an emerald? I think that's because... Are you using the cartridge? If you... I would assume if you have a... Well, actually, Emerald's RNG is already broken, so I actually don't know how that would work. I was thinking, like, with a dead battery. I would assume if you have, like, a dead battery in, like, a Ruby Sapphire copy and then uploaded the save file to, like, an emulator, it'd probably not have a dead battery anymore on the emulator because you're not using the cartridge. Adamant would be great for a synchronizer if that still did anything. You have no idea why they got rid of field mechanics from abilities. That's only in Scarlet and Violet. And they did it because they were lazy, and... So they did it for a legitimate reason. They did it because a lot of the out-of-battle effects for abilities, they alter the encounter rates of Pokemon, but they have the sandwich mechanic. So, obviously, there's no reason to have it when you just have sandwiches. But then for stuff like Synchronize and like Cute Charm and whatnot, yeah, that was just them being lazy. How do you get Pichu in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? I believe it's like Route 1 North area. Have a Pokemon with the ability Static in the front of your party and just do random and grass encounters. They probably wanted to push mints. No, because then that wouldn't explain why Cute Charm doesn't work. Because it's also annoying that you can't affect the gender of your Pokemon when you're like spawning them in. Wish your Raikou had static. I mean, there's plenty of Pokemon that get static. Static or Lightning Rod. Actually, Lightning Rod might only be like Gen 8. Hold on, let me check that. Let me fact check that really quick. Lightning Rod. Pokemon. Oh, it's only Gen 8. It's only Gen 8. Sorry. Okay, only static. But Pokemon get static, though. The unfortunate reality is that the entire Pikachu line gets static. But, like, typically you need static to, like, get the Pikachu line. So, like, Voltorb, Electabuzz. Electabuzz is guaranteed to get static, but I don't know where you get Electabuzz in Alola, if you can even get it. Mareep. Again, I don't know where you get that in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Electrike, Emolga, Stunfisk, and then it's Gen 8 and onward. Yes, an Emerald. Yes, it's a cartridge. So, like, I don't know what it's doing with your Deoxys. Every time you check the Master Ball, it had different natures. Yeah, but how many times have you done it? If you've done it like 100, if you've done it like 100 to 150 plus time, and they're all different, you know, that's one thing. But if you've done it like 10 times or 20 times, that just means you're not perfectly hitting the same frame, the same 1/60th of a second every time. So I wouldn't trust that. Your shiny Stunfisk has Limber. Time for an ability capsule. My save stating in the battle right before. Does it look like I can save state with these Game Boy Advance SPs? No, I'm just saving in front of the painting in Lily Cove, and every time you interact with the painting in Lily Cove, it gives you a random seed. So I have working RNG, and even if I didn't have working RNG, I'm doing runaways, so it's very unlikely I hit the same 1/60th of a second every time. So it really doesn't matter. I just like the idea of it being a little more random. Oh, not me? Oh, okay. I don't know how an analog pocket works. Would you stream when I get the shiny Mew? I mean, I will say something. I don't like pre-plan what I'm gonna do when I get a shiny. It's just kind of like the genuine reaction that happens when I get a shiny. It just depends on what happens. But it's looking like I'm gonna have to end at 17,000 today. The pocket shouldn't be getting different stats if the save state is after the battle starts. No, I think they said they save stated before the battle. Wait, I'll scroll up, I'll look. It should be in the chat. You have save state to encounter Deoxys. Yeah, so I'm guessing their save state is just right before they encounter the Deoxys. So I'm willing to bet that they're just not hitting the 1/60th of the 1/60th of a second consistently, but they're only going to be able to see like a couple hundred unique Deoxys. That's my theory. When is Mark Shiny's Part 3 coming out? brother, I don't think you realize how long it takes to get the marks I need. As soon as I'm finished with it, I guess stay following, stay subscribed, watch me live. Once I get Mew, we'll be hunting for the Misty mark, but it's gonna take a while. Unless I have the luckiest luck in the world, which clearly I don't. Could be the case, but I can definitely test and let you know. Like, not hunt for a shiny, but like catch 100%, 100 and see if they're all different. What you should do, are there like personality values in Gen 3? I don't remember. Like, likes to fight, stuff like that. If there are, anytime you see one with the same gender, make sure you like, it's gonna be a lot of work, but make sure you have to like write down the stats of every single one you see and the nature, and then see if you see any of the same ones. Let me grab my Sapphire copy really quick. I don't think save stating's gonna like fix your RNG. I think it's just gonna be wherever you were at in the RNG. So it's just gonna be the same thing. In fact, you'd probably be more likely to get duplicates, like RNG clones. There might not be personality values in Gen 3. You're curious because you saw the kindly mark completed? Yeah, I need 3, but they're all like insanely tedious. So like I'm almost done, but like it's like unless I get super lucky, it's gonna take a very long time to get all 3 of them. Like we're talking 1 in 16 chance for a mark, and I'm gonna be hunting full odd shinies in Sword and Shield. And that's for 2 of them, and then the other one's just like an insanely tedious hunt. But it'll be guaranteed if I get it. So if I get like super lucky on the Curry mark, like the Curry shiny, then that one will be fast, but yeah, you gotta, Max, you gotta like write down the stats or like take pictures or something of like every Deoxys you get, and then as soon as you start seeing like similar natures, start checking the stats of them and see if they're the same as like before. Keenan, I'm gonna start like going harder for the marks though, because I'm so close to finishing it. I do want to like get it done, but it's just, yeah, the last 3 are just gonna be ridiculously tedious. They're just gonna take a while, but they'll be the main thing I stream after Mew and Safari Week. So we just gotta get shiny Mew first. Alright, we're getting shiny Mew at 16969, watch. Gonna go watch Jurassic World. Nice. I'm gonna do it on this game. This is gonna be 16969 right here. Shiny. Imagine. Let's just pretend this game doesn't exist. It'll be this one right here. Never mind. We're just never getting the shiny. It's just never happening. It's never happening, guys. It's not happening. It's over. You get to that point where you kind of forget what it's like to find shinies, you know? Like, what's it like to find shinies in, like, older games? Dude, I thought when I got that Gyarados, dude, I thought it was like over. I thought it was like, all right, we're gonna get some shinies. We're gonna pop off now. It's just, and I was wrong. Man, it is so hot in this room. I have a fan, but it's kind of loud. And also, I'm not going to be streaming much longer, so it doesn't really matter at this point. I guess I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure when. I just got to pray I get, like, Dratini soon. 21% chance every day. We got to hit it one of these days, man. There, you can see the shiny Mew Pokeball peeking out. I think that's just going to turn off after like a couple seconds. Not going to be able to be here tomorrow. Jeez, that scared me. I don't know why Mew decided to make a noise right there. It was trying to call for its shiny brother and it just didn't work. Holy crap, why does it keep doing it? Is it because I'm not doing anything? Yeah, I normally don't stream on the weekends, but we're kind of in desperation mode. I feel like I say that a lot now. I feel like every hunt I do, I'm like, all right, we're going into desperation mode. I wish I could add, like, more games to this hunt. Make it go by a little faster. Thank you for the luck, average everything enjoyer. I'll be fine if I, like, at least get Dratini before Monday. If I get Dratini before Monday, it'll feel a little better. I'm also more likely to get Dratini every time I hunt it. Just have like 6 consoles open at the same time. I wish I could, but I only have 2 copies of Emerald. I don't plan to buy any more. It is crazy. I feel like every hunt I do, it's either like I'll get average luck but phase a bunch, or I'll do a hunt where I'm guaranteed my target and go way over odds for it. Like there's never, I like never get just an easy hunt. There's a couple easy hunts I want to do soon that just to like change of pace. Hoping I don't go triple odds for those ones, you know? Yeah, last couple encounters. And then I gotta do 2,000 encounters of Dratini off stream. Because I thought 1,500 a day was enough, but I was wrong. It's gotta be at least 2,000 a day. $16996 would have been a cool number to get it at. Hard to do 200 rock smash a day from you. That like, it sucks when it feels like you have to do so much more, and then it's like all for nothing because you just still are not getting the shiny. We all about getting stuff at cool numbers. I don't think I've really gotten like a shiny at a cool number. All right, that's the last encounter. Now I'm gonna end it here. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream. I hope to get something soon because this luck is awful as per usual. I cannot wait. It's gotta happen at some point. Like, there's gonna be a time where I'm just super lucky and I just get consistently lucky. It's gotta happen at some point. But, yep, that's it. I